Hello, everyone. This is Art Shed of the Shed Group coming to you live from the Shed Group home studio. I am loading up the presentation here, so give me just a second. We're talking about mapping your retirement healthcare strategy. It's important that you do it. This is an abbreviated version. We do this meeting every evening from 6 until 7, but we're going to try to get this over with in about 15 minutes. Hey, if you want to know more about us, reach us at theshedgroup.com. That's THESHEADGROUP.com. You hit to our website, find out about what we're doing and where we're having meetings and everything else. It's important that you check that out, all right? So once you map these connections, a retirement healthcare strategy does appear, and boy, you do benefit. So I'll get right into it, but I'll tell you, hey, guess what? I'm going to fast forward. A lot of things on each slide, but the point or the gist of it is we represent people, showing them limited risk principles, 55 years old and older. You're going to fit right into our block of business. We help you minimize the upfront premium costs in a lot of respects while providing you with indemnification opportunities along the way. If you adopt the strategy, you're adopting 4 policies, right? And of course, we've given back some $215,000 by adopting the strategy since 2012. And it's going to exponentially get better every year because people start using the benefits. So we want you to think different about healthcare. So right now, you basically think, hey, I pay a premium, I get a service. We want you to start thinking, you pay a premium, you get a service, and oh, by the way, you also get a check, okay? That check will be used in order to pay for certain services while paying for basic living services and everything else. So, all right, look at this. Watch this. I'm going to basically just start fast forwarding through. A lot of information you see right here. See the conventional, you see all these different things. This is like a 35-minute presentation that I normally do for people, just showing them how the data is put together and how you should be viewing the data and why you shouldn't be spending a bunch of money on your Medicare supplement because, man, boy, the way it works out is that you spend a ton of money on the Medicare supplement and you don't spend any money for long-term care, but it's generally the long-term care that gets you in the end. Then I tell you about the long-term care, what it covers, what it entails, the reason why it's important, the fact that it varies per person, the people who will need it more than most. I'll tell you all that stuff, tell you the fact that there's a few long-term care policies out there. All of this information is really good information. You end up using long-term care late as well as healthcare services. That's why the cost just doubles exponentially. Tell you a lot of key information. But here's the most important part. I want you to buy 4 products. All right. If you buy these 4 products, you're getting best value and you're getting indemnified products that pay you when you get sick, injured, have an accident, you're in the hospital for 24 hours or more. It's going to give you money, right? It's going to provide you with income that you're going to be able to use for long-term care services later. Okay, so think about that. One of the items that we talk about in the presentation is that you generally will spend money on 2 products, all right? You'll spend money on your Medicare supplement and your Part D, and if you really do the math on that, getting in at age 65, you'll spend $215. By the time you get out to age 79, you've spent about $57,000. We basically take $57,000 divided by 15, right? And then divide that by 12 to get $330 a month is what you were planning on spending anyway. And we just reallocated that spending, all right? First product we want you to get is a Medicare Advantage plan. Stop spending money unnecessarily on a bunch of premium for a lot of Medicare supplement products because, you know, if you're not sick, you're just wasting money, okay? So don't waste your money. Use the copay system. Use it when you need it. You're going to spend for the services anyway. I can tell you what you're going to spend, but hey, you know what? If you want me to do the 35-minute presentation, I will. I'm not going to do that tonight. Anyway, Medicare Advantage plan. What's the rub in the Medicare Advantage plan? What are you guarding yourself against? You're guarding yourself against the Part A spending. So how do we do that? We buy product number 2, which is a hospital indemnity policy. These policies are as old as the railroads, okay? 1860. That's how old these policies are. A Medicare Advantage coupled with a hospital indemnity will cover those Part A services. We're going to use a little bit of money that we were going to spend for 2 products, right? At $330, we're going to buy ourselves a hospital indemnity, and we got a lot left over. All right, the hospital indemnity will give us up to $60,000 per calendar year, every year. Okay, so if you throw the kitchen sink at being sick, all right, for every year for 15 years, that's $60,000 that you have the availability to for 15 years. Okay, you can do the math on that. That's a lot of money. Okay, all right, the money comes directly to you. That's important. Okay, because we can use that money not only for the services, right, but we can also use it for other basic living services that we're going to need, because basic living services is long-term care. Long-term care is basically care that you need on a daily basis during retirement. You don't need it right now in retirement. It happens late when you will need it. And then generally, let's say you need help getting back and forth to the bathroom. All right. Let's say that you need help getting back and forth to the shower. Okay. You're going to use the hospital indemnity, but then you're also going to buy product number 3. You're not going to buy a long-term care policy, right? Because one, is too expensive, right? And you probably couldn't get underwritten anyway because you got chronic conditions that probably would exclude you. So, for example, if you are a diabetic and you take insulin, pack it up. You can't get a long-term care policy, but you can get a short-term care policy. 7 questions in underwriting, covers the same services, ADLs, right? Right? It's indemnified money too, right? Helps protect your income and asset just like a long-term care policy would, right? 0-day elimination. I can tell you all about that, but no need to really stress all that right now. It's a good product. And we basically took a little bit from that $330 and bought ourselves a hospital indemnity and a short-term care policy. And guess what? We got money left over to buy product number 4. A life insurance policy, final expense policy, $10, $15, $20, $30,000, you name it. Or if we need more, okay, maybe we have to add a little bit of money to the money that we had left over, right? But we just spent altogether $348. We got a Medicare Advantage plan that's stable. We have a hospital indemnity to cover the Part A services on the Medicare Advantage plan. So we got about $60,000 to put toward that. We got ourselves a short-term care policy, good for 4 years, benefit up to $350,000. So basically $350,000 and $60,000. We got about $400,000 per person. So if you're a couple, that's almost $1 million worth of protection that you're spending individually, $348 on. Now, and you bought the life insurance. Keep this in mind. If you are 64 and a half and we're having this conversation, just knock off about $120. All right, so now you're picking all this up for $220. 3 of those products are locked in. The premium is locked in, okay? The only product premium you have to really worry about is the Medicare Advantage at that point. And that's okay, because those plans have premiums as low as 0, and the average premium is about $40. It's okay, okay? Think about that. So we bought 4 products for $348, or, you can choose to listen to the conventional wisdom and spend the $1,100. I know you're not going to do that because it's too expensive, right? Now, the reality is you're going to buy the Medicare supplement, or you probably will, right? Because you think the supplement in the Part D is going to basically catch anything that could possibly happen, and you're crossing your fingers hoping you don't need any type of long-term care, and you probably have some life insurance needs, but maybe you couldn't get underwritten, right? So you have some financial exposure to your income, your assets, boy, a lot of problems, right? Or you can just adopt the Shead Group strategy, adopt the healthcare retirement solution strategy. Give yourself a fighting chance. We basically spent the same money that you were going to spend for 2 products, and we basically got you 4 products, more in the way of protection, people. More in the way of protection, up to $400,000 per individual, more in the way of protection when you need it. That's it, folks. That's all I got to say. We do meetings for Medicare. If you want to hear a great Medicare story, come to my Medicare meetings. I do meetings in Anderson, 2 in Anderson, 1 in Muncie, 1 in Shelbyville. Check out our website, www.thesheadgroup. Check out where we're going to be with regard to the Medicare meetings. I'd love to have you. Hey, you didn't work 40 plus years in order to give all your money away late in retirement. So we're going to help you keep it. All right. We're agents. Don't get your policy from telesales. Don't buy it over the internet without having an agent. Don't do it. Okay. So because you're going to run into a problem. and you're going to want to talk to somebody. But the only person you're going to be able to talk to is a person through customer service. And they're not going to help you. All right. I mean, anyway, so we are the Shed Group. We want to help you. We want to be agents on the ground working with you, helping protect your income and your asset. Hey, we also work great with your financial planners, right? Your CPAs, your CFPs, your CLUs, all these guys. We work great with them because we're just only stressing our services in one particular area. In fact, we're saving them so much money, right? They have more money that they can put toward your investments to grow that end of your retirement planning. Think about it. Hey, we're just here to help. We're the Shed Group. I gave it to you in less than 15 minutes. Hope you have a great evening. Good night.